this be the green light, go. Ties burn the pavement, people want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, no see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter. What you talk about, space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Let's go! 180! Mike, number 53! Mike, 53!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Ran, go! Check 13. 61, matchbox, lights.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Put up, 180. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He finds Coleman. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Lock in, lock in.
On second down, it's Coleman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, ball. 54, right there.
Out of the gun, Trubisky looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike. Hey, ball. They still playing soft.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Completes it to Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Man, I got you.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know, let him know.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
You remember this? Let's go, baby. Lock in, lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Oh, Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and this score will stay right where.
But when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the run. They're running it.
And they try to sweep to Jones. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Where are they, team? Check, 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 check.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
This is Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very
Here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Play action now, Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
This is Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Bolden. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They run it with Balaj. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You got nothing to run. You got nothing to run.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Trubisky to throw. And an alley to run. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, 18. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. 54. I smell fear. Blue. I smell fear in that offense. He's coming.
Now Trubisky on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Toss play to Balaj. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They run with Breida, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. This one complete to Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now Balaj forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, here's Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Go! 180! Check! 50! Three buzz. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to Samuel. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go! 180! Get ready!
On 2nd down, it's Coleman pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Trubisky now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 53, Mike. Rip right. Alert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Alert.
They go play action with Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Dolphins 7-yard line.
Go! 180! Check 53. Danny. Jim. Alert.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike, 53.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Balaj, and an alley to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 48 yards.
And the Dolphin first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. One. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Get your swerve
on. On play action, Mariota. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Cut.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
54
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All day, dog. Chance. Whip. Watch the whip.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and a yard at the Niners' 45-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I can't believe they even let you play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 45-yard line.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, just lost or never, everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side, you on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the hit. I would never get this off, but just know I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change